Hello and welcome to this Therapeutic Thursday. And hopefully this will be able to be uploaded today. We had quite the storm last night and we are still without power. It's been going on a while, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to upload this today. But I wanted to talk today about our central nervous system and really take a step back. You all have heard me talk about our parasympathetic system quite a bit and what that means. So I wanted to just take a few minutes today in this episode to talk a bit about that. So within our central nervous system, we have our sympathetic system and our parasympathetic system. And within that, we also have our vagus nerve, right? So our sympathetic system is really what is engaged when we are working, when we are, whether it's working out, when our mind is engaged and we're focused. It's also can be, it's the system that is really flagged when or initiated when we're in the flight, fight, or freeze. So this is what increases our blood pressure, increases our heart rate, might get even a little clammy, sweaty kind of thing. And there's different levels of it, of course, because when we're working and we're focused or, working out, doing different things, it's a little different, right, than when we are actually in that flight or fight type of mode. However, that's the same system. So it's not bad, right? This is what biologically helped us to hunt for food, helps us to be aware when we're in danger, that kind of thing, right? But what it can do, it takes you out of part of your brain and puts you in and kind of I can't think of the name of it, but part of your brain that is really in just survival mode. And, we don't always want to be there because our brain doesn't function the same. We don't have that emotional intellect either, right? We're kind of just in that survival mode. So our parasympathetic system is what is initiated when we are relaxed. And it helps with digestion. So like back in, when we were hunters and gatherers kind of thing, the hunting, when hunters were out to hunt for food, that was, you were in your sympathetic system was really turned on then. But then when you got back and you were eating, your parasympathetic system was turned on because it helps with digestion and relaxation. You didn't need to be in that fight or flight mode anymore, right? So today, in today's world, we have anxiety. We have different traumas that have caused us to be stuck in that sympathetic system. And what we want to do is activate our parasympathetic system. And I've talked quite a bit about different methods that we can use to do that. There's breathing exercises, there's actually movements that I'll show you a couple that you can do to help activate the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs all the way, from in your brain all the way down into your lower gut. So there's different methods of activating it in your throat by doing deep humming, different things I'll show you. But what that does, again, if you can activate that vagus nerve, that activates your parasympathetic system. Your parasympathetic system helps regulate you, puts you back into that relaxed homeostatic type of stage, right? So your blood pressure is reduced, your heart rate slows down, you get into a very calm mode. Helps with digestion as well. So there's tricks you can do to help even with digestion with your diet too, just with activating that. So when you're anxious, like me, I deal with anxiety. So I can use different diaphragmatic nasal breathing to help me calm down, during anxious times. I've even had it help with panic attacks. I even teach some of my clients these things that can really help even with racing minds when you have ruminating thoughts, because it takes you out of that part of your brain that's stuck in that survival mode and you can get more into that relaxed mode. So just a couple things here I'll show you quickly. Okay, which I'm sure you've seen this before. How many people have seen other people when they're stressed go like this, right? You know what that does? This actually activates your parasympathetic system by activating your vagus nerve. And why is that? Because you're breathing in, it's causing you to breathe in diaphragmatically, right? Through your diaphragm versus your lower belly, your chest. And when you take that breath, it's a different method. So it's opening everything up. So that is one way. And just even taking 5 breaths, deep breaths, can help with that. help calm you down. There's nasal breathing, which I'll go through in a different video, which really helps. That again is a diaphragmatic breathing. There's other methods which are a little wonky and weird to activate, like, humming. So the really deep humming that's way down in here, and doing it for quite a while too, a couple different sets of it, that helps to activate it, because that vagus nerve runs right down behind your voice box, I believe is where that is. And there's what's another one? Another one is like taking one hand here, one hand at your rib, and pulling this way and looking up. And that can also help. And you're supposed to hold those poses for about 30 seconds, well, at least 30 seconds. And it's just a matter, it also stretches too, kind of just, it causes you to change your stance. So to try to help you get out of that whether it's anxiety or what have you, get out of that stage. And it is anxiety. We are bound to be anxious people. We become anxious over worries about what's going to happen, even, whether it's going out in public, so many fears we have. I like calling them worries because some people seem to get defensive when we say fears. We don't want to be thought of as someone who fears something, right? So I just say worries about the future, worries about how people are going to perceive you, different things, or even worries about finances, worries about, your family member, maybe that is having some physical health ailments, this kind of stuff. So anxiety is a normal and common thing that everyone has. So finding those ways to really calm it down, which is activating, that vagus nerves, that parasympathetic system, to help you to relax, to help you lower that blood pressure, lower that heart rate. And this also helps for people who have high blood pressure, just to help to regulate that. It's like meditation can get you there, right? There's all kinds of different ways that can help to activate that parasympathetic system, to help to regulate and relax you. So I hope that helps some, and we will see you next week.